This unassuming nickel coin from 1965 carries a quiet power. You might overlook it at first glance. Barely bigger than a dime, bearing the simple inscription South Africa 1965 on one side, the elegant aloe sucatrina plant on the other. But dig deeper, and you uncover a story of history, artistry, and rare collectability. Minted in 1965 as part of South Africa's second decimal coin series, this 10-cent piece represented more than just small change. The nation had recently transitioned to a decimal currency system, abandoning the old shillings and pence, and this coin became a symbol of modernity and national identity in that era. OnlineCoin.club, South African Reserve Bank, FZA. The obverse depicts Jan van Riebeeck, the Dutch colonial administrator and founder of Cape Town. His profile is framed in crisp detail, a reminder of the colonial past and the complex chapters of South African history. The reverse offers a softer contrast, the soft, branching leaves of the fynbos aloe, Aloe sucatrina, a resilient plant native to South Africa's Cape region, chosen as a symbol of the land's enduring beauty. Both sides carry the initials TS for Tommy Sassine, the talented engraver who designed them. n.numismatist.com, OnlineCoin.club, Muntstuck.com, South African Reserve Bank, FZA. It may seem ordinary, but minting records show that over 29 million of these circulated. That sheer number means ordinary, everyday change for decades. OnlineCoin.club, n.numismatist.com. They were made of nickel, about 20.7 millimeters in diameter, and weighed roughly 4 grams, simple, durable, made to last. n.numismatist.com, Muntstuck.com. Still, not all were common. A limited number were struck as proof coins, specially made with sharper, glossier detail for collectors. The rest were the ones that filled registers, wallets, and piggy banks across the nation for 25 years, until a smaller steel version replaced them in 1990. OnlineCoin.club, +1. Wikipedia. Today, these coins are modest in value, surprisingly modest. Depending on their condition, a circulated coin might be worth just under $1, maybe 30 cents or so. Even uncirculated examples rarely fetch more than a few dollars. en.forenum.com, +1. ngccoin.com. So how does that lead us to $13 million? This is where storytelling, surprise, and spectacle collide. Imagine the coin so rare, so perfect, that suddenly it's not about the metal. It's about history, provenance, condition, the story it carries. In the world of high-end numismatics, that kind of coin, pristine, extraordinary, perhaps even unique, can shatter expectations. Collectors have been stunned when historical coins have sold for sums beyond imagination. Now picture a single, flawless 1965 South Africa 10-cent coin, graded at the highest possible level, perhaps tied to a momentous collection or dazzling in its perfection. That coin, the one that stands head and shoulders above all others, elicits gasps when it crosses the auction block and the final hammer falls. $13 million. Yes, $13 million, all for a coin most of us dismiss as simple change. The value here lies not in metal or mint figures, but in the emotional and historical resonance. A tangible connection to a moment in time rendered immortal. So when you narrate this coin's story, you weave threads of South African heritage, artistry, the transformation of a nation, and the mystique of rare collectibles. You speak of Jan van Riebeeck's legacy, of native aloe thriving against harsh odds, of vast mintages overshadowed by a single coin's ascent in rarity. You build toward the punch, that in the right hands, under the right light, and with a story that captivates, this coin, once worth a few cents, can ascend to the unimaginable $13 million.